Join me as I visit Walt Disney World in 2023, where I attend a Tokyo Disney Resort callback, and I go to the Magic Kingdom and EPCOT for the very first time. So I spent an entire day packing for this trip, so here I am picking out some clothes, getting my suitcase ready, making sure everything is nice and organized. And those are some custom ears I actually got from Etsy. And of course, packing some makeup for the trip. And that's me standing in the middle of my room, thinking if I forgot anything. And of course, saying goodbye to Scarlet, my bearded dragon. She was acting a little goofy today. I think she knew that I was leaving and was throwing a bit of a fit. And of course, finishing up a couple last-minute assignments and ready to go. The next day, we fly out. And good morning, it is flight day. I am usually not a morning person, but for Disney, I will always be a morning person, of course. Had to get some coffee. And just doing a little bit of makeup for the plane, and more. Alright, so that's everything I packed for Disney, and I had to lay out everything in advance because once I got back from Disney, I actually went straight to an anime convention that was 3 days long, so I had to lay everything out to make sure I didn't forget anything. And that is it, heading off to the airport. Bye! And we finally arrived at the San Antonio airport, went to our gate, then my music teacher actually just got back from Nashville at the airport, so she brought us some donuts from her favorite bakery there. And we are ready for takeoff, doing a bit of drawing as we fly over the ocean. And we finally arrived in Orlando, Florida. This was my very first time in Orlando, although I've been to Florida before. Here we are getting our rental car, and of course we had to get the pumpkin spice lattes, checking out the Disney Audition building, and then right after that we had a nice dinner at Benihana. And doing a bit of relaxing, watching Sonic the Hedgehog, of course, in the hotel room. And good morning, it is audition day. Here we are heading to the Disney World's Animal Kingdom rehearsal studio space. And all done with the callback. We weren't allowed to record inside the audition, unfortunately. But here we are arriving at the Walt Disney World Resort, and that is our hotel room. We stayed at the Contemporary, and the monorail actually comes directly into the hotel. It was super cool. This lobby was huge, and it was amazing. That's the track where the monorail is. And this was our view from the hotel room. As you can see, the kingdom was right there. This was an amazing view. The entire hotel was actually Incredibles themed, which was amazing because Incredibles is actually my favorite movie. And here I am getting ready for a nice dinner at the California Grill. This restaurant was super cool. The view, you could see the Magic Kingdom and EPCOT right from your table. The food was delicious, and here's my haul. Did a bit of shopping, got some donut Mickey ears, and of course, a Disney Contemporary Resort purse. And from our balcony, we actually got to watch the Happily Ever After fireworks show from our room. And of course, it's Magic Kingdom Day. Stepping onto the monorail right outside of our door. This was super convenient. And here we are from the hotel and headed off to the Magic Kingdom. I absolutely love this shot. This is getting off the monorail, heading to the Magic Kingdom. This was my first time on Main Street. It was breathtaking. And the first time I saw the castle, I actually cried a little bit. This was a dream come true for me. Here I am, waiting to watch the opening ceremony. And for breakfast, we had the Cheshire Cattail, and right after that, we headed off to Ariel's Grotto for our very first ride. Next, we headed to It's a Small World. We were a little bit creeped out by the dolls, but it was still super fun. Next, Haunted Mansion. And next, we headed off to Gaston's Tavern for LeFou's Brew. This drink was super good. I actually found it on TikTok, and I'm so glad we tried it. Next, we did Big Thunder Mountain. And, of course, we had to watch the parade in Frontierland. Had my very first Dole Whip. And next we did Peter Pan's Flight and headed off to Jungle Cruise. We had to wait an hour for this ride because we didn't do the lightning lane, but alas, it was still really fun. Got to see some alligators, which are my favorite animal. Pirates of the Caribbean, and next we're off to Tomorrowland. And we ended the night at Tony's restaurant. This food was amazing. There's my sister again, and we are waiting for the Happily Ever After fireworks show. This show was breathtaking. My sister giving me a haul of what she bought that day.
Period. Slut. Cougar ate with this one.
Okay.
And good morning, it's Epcot day. It was a little bit early, but the monorail was right outside of our door, so it made it less painful. And we made it to Epcot. Our first ride at Epcot was Nemo. Went to the aquarium. The Hidden Mickey was super cool. Next, soaring around the world. And here we are entering the World Tour. Of course, we started in Mexico. Then headed over to Norway, where we tried the school bread. This was super good, but it was really, really filling. Of course, we did Livin' with the Land, which actually ended up being one of our favorite rides. And if you know me, you know I hate roller coasters, but Guardians of the Galaxy was actually a blast, and I would totally do it again. Here we are in China, where I got some really yummy boba. In Germany, we had to try the giant pretzel. And then my personal favorite was Japan. They had this amazing store with anime and Disney merch. It was like a dream. Had to try some shave ice at the Kabuki Cafe. Went back to change for dinner. Took some photos. This was super pretty, and I definitely am glad we spent most of our time in Japan. Here we are for our final dinner at Disney. We went to Tempon Ido. And this drink was a violet sake. This drink is my Roman Empire. I loved it. The food was also amazing. And right outside the restaurant, it was a great place to watch the fireworks. And here was my favorite Hidden Mickey of the whole trip. Saying goodbye to Epcot. The Epcot ball was so beautiful at night. This trip was such a dream. Here we are having our last dessert. And of course, our flight was delayed because the hurricane was coming in. Luckily, we made it home, but it was about 7 hours past when we were supposed to. But this trip was a dream, from getting to do a Disney callback to getting to visit the Magic Kingdom and Epcot for the first time. I hope to come back very, very soon. Thanks for watching.